Hi folks, so we have one more game remaining from our quarterfinals in the cut of the 9th season of the Friendly Open Series. So event 5 only has the best 8 players this time, and they just played the cut basically, starting with the top 8. 3 of the games have already been played, but the last one between Alex and Floydos is still to come, and it's just starting, I believe. And there we are. So we have Alex playing Martell Knights of the Hollow Hill on one side, and then Floydos with Martell Conclave. Now the decks have been chosen in advance, so no preparing, I guess, for your opponent. You play what you've chosen, and I wonder how this Conclave deck is going to do against Knights of the Hollow Hill. I can't really predict all the cards that are going to be in this deck. Not sure what the strategy is. So you have the Maesters package, and you have Marvin presumably to get more of your deck available to you. But what's the theme? Is it icon control, or is it something completely different? We'll see in a second. So friendly open rules of course mean 55 minutes time limit, which often also makes a difference with Knights of the Hollow Hill. And well, starting with Ricasso and Galtown, so that makes me think it's going to be Andoran's game deck. And yeah, probably going to play Secret Schemes as well. Fortunately, has not been able to load Ricasso. And let's see what the counter is for this exchange. Now, if you have Varys' Riddle in your pro deck, that's great. If you don't, if you're relying on Summer Harvest, this is not great. And Naval, you could do Naval, but Knights of the Hollow Hill still keeps something. So let's see what options Floydos has. It's not automatic, has to think about it a little bit. And triggers exchange first. See what he has to give the opponent. And only 3 cards. One of the cancel cards is there. And goes into the Maiden. Now it's difficult to control initiative against Knights of the Hollow Hill. They have an inbuilt bonus that is the same as the Maiden. But we do know the plot deck of Alex, I think, mostly. If it's the same as Worlds, we know that there isn't any crazy initiative going on. There is March to the Wall, I think, as the big one. And then decent initiative, or pretty high actually. Mad King's Command and this exchange of informations have 4. So decent start for Floydos, really. 2 of the most important characters are in play, however unprotected. And there's the third most important, or third of the most important characters, I should say, probably top 1, because he gives you access to 9 cards, not just with the agenda triggers, but all the time. And could be high on saves this as well. The Conclave, of course, has Meister Kerwin and has healing expertise. Difficult to get them safely against that He-Calls It Thinking and the Hand's Judgments, but there is some counterplay to all the resets. Unfortunately, he's bored completely naked here. Basically, the characters are exposed, and Margulis will just take them out. Yeah, going for the one challenge that doesn't feed Dorn. And this round at least there's no Varys, presumably. Still protecting the hand. And now do you do unopposed? No, because right, it beats the Iron Throne if you leave them both standing, and that's the better play. Now 2 power gained, and if all these important characters are now killed, could go for outwit. You can get that once, right? You can play it once. And then, yeah, with Behest, you get your plots back. And you can cancel the last one as well, potentially. Or can you now? The timing doesn't work out, because Behest has to flip into outwit. Well, let's worry about that later. Let's see the situation. So, yeah, that's a good play, and it's not getting cancelled with no gold here. So that's one bullet dodged, but more to come. It's something you really don't want to play so early. And usually Knights of the Hollow Hill starts with all the draw, unless the situation is critical in terms of the power gain. So this time maybe Alex thought, okay, get them before they get duped. But Floydos predicting that. But yeah, still needs those dupes. Well, could be useful. No military icon. Yeah, so having all the icons and being able to get a few unopposed challenges is one way to play against this. Not the only way. We saw in one of the previous games Stark playing against Knights of the Hollow Hill a little bit differently, just defending mostly and doing the challenges that mattered, and with Caitlyn where there was no penalty. And now that you cannot kill the Bastard's Daughter, of course it makes a big difference, because there is still the Stranger, and fortunately her cost means that nothing on the other side gets killed with her. But it is enough to play the Stranger, and then you can choose cost 3 or whatever you want to kill. Yeah, decent spread, right? 5, 4 and 3, so it's not completely doing the job that Alex would like it to do here. Hitting Gigant Hagar with Glass Candle, but last of the Giants into Lysa is alright here. Unless she gets nightmares. She's going to remove something, and I think it's gonna be Marvin. And that's a very good hit. And not going to do the unopposed power. Doesn't want to feed the Dorn, although I think still exchange and possibly coppers to come. And now what? Nothing really to die here. Oh, it's 0 claim, sorry. Forgot about that. She goes for Marvin and there's no save. Well, at the moment things still pretty even. It's 2-2 in power, and the bonuses from Knights of the Hollow Hill are not winning against the location set here, and the hand sizes are reasonably equal. So Conclave holding its own at the moment. But now let's see. So if the Stranger is played, kills off Ricasso and Murenmur, and suddenly I think Alex is ahead maybe. So that would be his 2 plots gone that reset the board in that way. Possibly has the Mad King's Command left. Is there any healing expertise? Indran's name. Well, Pentoshi is the plot, so I guess it's not the worst card to lose. Econ is pretty set here. Pentoshi has given some gold away as well, which allows Alex now to establish some kind of border. There's no reset coming unless it's Varys, so I guess may as well start playing on the board. Classic. Gorman possibly gone as well. Chance for him to get duped before he dies. This card is just on the list of my least favorite cards, I think. Just so little counterplay and repeatable, not terminal. So just keeps coming back, killing the charts. And it's not the charts, right? If you lost your House Dino escort and the similar characters, it's one thing, but killing unique characters that just happen to have strength 2 is really tough to take sometimes. Getting lots of draw here. Still plenty of gold, so let's see what he's found. Has he found something that can push through Duran's game? Because it is already on 4 power potentially. Okay, useful. And draw. Draw as well. So when Alex starts coming back, he will be feeding some cards. Of course, Lay Waste potentially is in the deck. And I think Mad King's Command, and if that gets played, then well, Dorn and 2 fiefdoms still pretty decent. Yeah. That could have cancelled some resets, but not sure what the plan was. There's no Bloodface Gold. There was in Duran's name discarded for a Bastard's Daughter. So that's a way to get it. Now is this going to sacrifice itself to take the Intrigue icon away? It does, and no Maesters now to access the Conclave cards. Yeah, pretty huge card advantage for Alex. Now I think, still being able to take dominance instead of doing another challenge. So the one thing, of course, in Floydos' favor here is that the two plots that reset the board are gone. So he has a board advantage. He can play with this Anders at the moment. There goes Dorn. Now what can come in? Maybe a Starfall or a surprise. Shandy Stone, okay. You do not see this one too often, so... Is this the game for this to shine? I'm not sure. You have to lose on defense to stand something. Maybe. Plenty of gold, so if there's a drop lot, now would be the time. Yeah, just getting rid of that because it's going to hurt him more than help in this matchup. Okay, so we have Seized in hand, no good target, and we have Burning to stop claim. Still digging like crazy. Yeah, no gold for Alex, which means this duped Anders is alright here. Otherwise there's always Varys into Marched, possibly. And I think now you actually can... Oh, okay, never mind. I was going to say you can do something with Shandy Stone, but maybe this is just going to return her, not worry about Intrigue Claim. That's a big, strong character now. Has a free challenge as well, can assault Dorn so that it doesn't feed it. And maybe get the Grimblood Trader intimidated to push the Intrigue through as well. Each house Ironwood. That's useful, you can do both challenges without feeding Dorn here. Or in fact all three. But again, maybe wants to win dominance instead with the big characters. Because at the moment Venomous Blade is stuck on the Grimblood Trader. Might see March next. Mad King's Command. It's tricky now, there's two very strong characters in play. Yeah, good play here from Floydos, get rid of the Harris and then has a pretty big board. doing as best as he can. And this was, I guess, supposed to be an option to play Someone Always Tells. We might still see that. To try to cancel Mad King's command, maybe. But there should be a cancel for the cancel in that case. But I think getting rid of these 13 cards maybe is something Floydos is okay with. He's losing the locations. But other than that, he's doing fine, I think. So while you are not the first player, right? Yeah. So they do kneel this round. Yeah, tricky situation, so you have to calculate and see how you can marshal stuff so that cards don't go to waste. Duped Varys, okay. I guess it's triggering. Now this guy Anders is double duped, but he can get marched. And just marshaled an extra blood orange grow, even though it's not reduced anything, so I have a strong suspicion that it won't be chosen here to stay in play. Nothing for Floydos, so for his sake I hope the 2 cards in hand, there is some ambush at least there. Now do you keep the Venus Blade character? I guess you do, right? You can always get that back with the Varys trigger. Then you'll get your free House Dane Escort as well from the discard pile next round. He's kept Galtown, so soon the plots go back to 0, and having Galtown you can behest into another plot and then you're immediately up a bit for your secret schemes. And Duran's game now, Ricasso unfortunately has died, and I would be surprised if Floydos managed to play Duran's game at this point. And on the other side actually we do have the 2 econ locations surviving and the Iron Throne gone. Floydos was playing around it. Yeah, there's no claim on the power challenge. Wants to do 1 still because of the Intimidate. And does it with the host actually. Now what do you do on defense here if you don't have burning? Do you kill Varys and risk that something could happen to him? This guy I don't want in the dead pile, I want him in the discard pile. Okay, could be that we see on a Misty Morn at some point. Although that's still better with the Grimblood Trader, I think. Well, is there a trick with Lord Anders' host. Not at the moment. And now what? Do you do power? Give Dorn a card and intimidate Varys. I guess that's the sensible thing to do. And with dominance up to 9, not a horrible disadvantage in the number of cards, although I suspect coppers is still to come. And now we'll see marched, I think, unless there's a miraculous cancel. We'll see marched, and then Alex will go second, and whatever little guy gets marshaled, we're just gonna get that venomous blade. Okay, burning, viper eye, slay waste, secret schemes, basically everything here, right? Cause thinking, last of the giants, so access to all of the events, no way to avoid it for Floydos. Does he have some himself? He has plot cancel, too late. He has this, which I'm guessing gets cancelled, and it's not big anyway, it's just Galtown at the moment. And okay, there's not gonna be a board for We Guard the Way, so unfortunately for him, the situation is not great. And 2 Chads, so Malin is going for Venomous Blade, if there is at least a character that can come into play in marshalling here for Alex. And here we go. Trying to cancel it. It's going to eat up another cancel, I think. But ultimately, well, has he succeeded in cancelling it? That's nice. Yeah, that's taking the little guys, and one of them can get the blade. So unless I've forgotten about it, there is no draw plot, right? So when the plots turn around, Floydos still top decking, and there's 27 minutes, so plenty of time for the game to turn around here. Although Alex has never had a huge hand, and the last plot I think is well, he's played both exchanges. Is it counting coppers? And that throne being gone makes a little bit of difference. It's some power gained by Floydos here that otherwise he would not have gotten. And it is coppers. Still no Varys' riddle. So with Behest, I've not seen Martell play Varys' riddle at all. At least not in decks with 7 plots. But seems like sometimes you really would benefit from it. Just riddle into Copper Seer, get your full hand would be nice. Now he's got access to some cards here. He needs, I think, some Claim Soak at the very least. Although we do have Desert Trader in the death pile now. Four gold left, just enough for Dornish Spy. And he can target both power icons, or maybe just the big one that can actually win it. He's doing Intrigue, so if this is defended, then Desert Trader can come into play and take the power icon of the escort. Yeah, Alex can afford to lose one here without too much consequence. It is a Meister, so you can trigger the agenda if you like. Yeah, doing power first before Desert Rider comes in, and I think now it really can only take Intrigue icon of the Dornish Spy. And still enough here for Floydos to win dominance. He's staying ahead. Now Outwit is back. However, what does Alex do now? So one thing we have to keep an eye on is the Stranger situation. Well, that's that cancel gone. For Floydos, he's cancelled the draw, which could be useful, but yeah, 9 cards in hand for Alex. There has to be something, I think, there already. And he's nailed one of the characters, so there is icon control with Starfall and small boards. Yeah, just struggle against that now. There's something big coming in again. There is access to Conclave. There's 10 cards now under the agenda. So Marvin can make sure that you have something, but only once per phase. So one character from under there. Then maybe something in the challenges phase, but let's see what the wording is here. Yeah, martial or play, which means no ambush from under the Conclave. Power icon on Crescent can take the blade. Yeah, they're going to have a massive Morgulis round, I think. Get 2 cards and kill Marvin in the process. However, still have to account for healing expertise. And he's kept 5 gold, he's taken 1 icon, but there is still another power icon. Yeah, no counterplay now. And I think he will pass on the military possibly. Keep Desert Trader out of the dead pile for now. Well, not the worst thing that's happened for Floydos. Keeps the other cards in hand, or actually was displayed from under the Conclave. And gets rid of the draw. So we have 1 in the discard pile and 1 removed from the game. Has copper spin, and he spent 1 exchange, so only basically gets 1 more exchange, and of course he has Dorn in play throughout the game. Cancels the gold, so possibly there was someone always else to cancel the next annoying thing that comes from Alex, which I'm not sure. So he can play the game with this board state now with Starfall. He's not forced to play Morgulis or the Stranger, but the Stranger does seem annoying for Floydos, because the choices are 2 and 3, and none of them are great. One kills Kedri and there's the Trader, the other kills Crescent, and Alex picks Marvin, whatever happens, right? Okay, so we have exchange instead, going for more cards before committing to any kind of reset. And O'Harris, well, lets Alex recycle the blade. And the Meister situation, so Gorman is gone, Morin is gone, and Malin is gone. With Justin, Crescent go. What else is in the deck? So Kedri, I think, Kervin is still for sure in the deck, and then, yeah, not sure if Eamon and Meister Vendamir are in this deck. They're kind of optional, I think, for Conclave. And we have not seen Bravos, which is a card I really like. In some situations you can get something like 5 gold out of it. is this where Floydos runs out of answers, so he does have 14 cards to work with. However, Kedri is going and Marvin can't attack and he's going to lose the power icon, I think. So at the very least he needs some power icons to keep winning on defense and then on attack if he can. And not the worst thing, this little chud, so if the stranger at some point is played, yeah, you need a good spread of costs. It's not going to lose this round, so maybe with something drawn for Dorn, he's still in it. And the player's playing pretty fast here, so 40 minutes, I think we'll see someone get to 15 power. But Alex has planned to completely decimate the board and just win through the occasional unopposed power challenge. Has not really worked. And now he is possibly going to do it, I was going to say, but is he going to be allowed to defend this one? Comes in for 1 and there's still 2 gold left, so he comes in, raises the claim, and he can come in again to do a power challenge if there's no more icon control. He calls it thinking, but Floydos can pay that, right? Yeah, so that wouldn't have done it. And Nightmares, okay, no gold to play that, so yeah. Don't see any way for Alex to get around that. And actually he's now passed, because Arjo Hotah can potentially defend military as well, and probably does not want Death Trader to get killed either. Yeah, this one is defended, then maybe we'll see a fake military. Now you can kill Bastard Daughter, so maybe not. Fake in the sense that you played just to try to get a card for Dorn, but I think Alex can just lose and oppose at the same time, so no reason to do it. So power is the one he would like to push through now with 2 claim. And if it's unopposed, that's gets him up to 12, which is a pretty good result. So this Arjo Hotah is a card that desperately needs to go from Alex's point of view, I think. Yeah, well, and he has attacked, so he is on the board now, which means one of the reset plots is now coming, I think. Still 12-7, 12-8 with dominance. It's going to do this now. This is not very productive probably, because the Bastard Daughter is just going to defend and then get rid of another card, I think. Yeah, and draw for Dorn here. Pretty decent. It's cards that could not really be used. Now what? Is there a way to cancel the reset plot, is my question. So we've seen some tricks. We have that Little Fingers Meddling But if this was someone always tells, Alex would have taken it. It could be under the Conclave. And what's the... he calls it thinking situation. I think they're gone. Well, two are gone. But he did not have it anyway. So that's the board gone. And I think now is the time when we'll know for sure who is going to win this game. If Floydos cannot re-establish any kind of board, I think it will end here. Nice try though with that Ariochota. If he was a little bit faster, to get somewhere close to 15. But yeah, 12 is not going to do it. And now there's two cards that take icons away. And that's too much, I think. Even with 0 claim. 3 unopposed and dominance. It's going to... what, 13, 12? He cannot actually take secret backed, but yeah, you can just target both icons, I think. And he comes back, of course. He's not taking the power icon, because that's the challenge that was just done, I guess. Although it is the one that Floydos would like to push through. So, Desert Trader is... never mind. So claim has gone up to 1, which means Desert Trader is probably going to be claimed now. Give some prize away, and then Cletus loses 1 icon to Starfall, and Rihanna Martell is there to do something. Don't know the hand. Any tricks here for Floydos? To go left. And what's the vengeance situation? 1 is gone. Okay, and I think has intrigue been done? Don't think so, right? Or has it? No, he's just done power so far, so I wonder why not just go for unopposed intrigue. And yeah, good hit here with Hand's Judgment, getting rid of Princess Plan, giving Cletus potentially a power icon. And here we go, 13-12. marched possibly to come. Against Pentoshi. So Lord Anders' host is still alive, if I'm not mistaken, and Anders is as well, but his all 3 copies are gone. Just that little bit of renown that this deck gets towards the end, just to close it. Yeah, missing the power icon, unless there's another Princess plan. But even then, there's too much icon control, so Alex is just going to manage it again with a few minutes left. And yeah, really good game to watch this one, so close for Floydos. He battled like we saw Stark battle the other day against this deck and just managed to stay ahead. This time Martell Conclave just misses out. He got some favorable cards, I think, in the middle of the game when he had that Anders and his host in play at the same time after the Harris. But then, yeah, at the end, of course, you can't keep top decking. Although he did have Marvin with Conclave, so that was had some nice options. But once Starfall and Emiria are both in play, and then you have some Dornish Spice, it's difficult not to lose the icons. Maybe if he had one more cancel for the resets or somehow stop the Varys from triggering, he would have had a chance. Okay, so interesting conclusion to this tournament. So we have, I can show you the bracket. We have Chinese pairing in one semi-final between Hero and Super Duck, Greyjoy against Martell, and we have a French pairing on the other side of the draw with Argento against Alex, which is going to be Stark against Martell. Now, I don't know if we'll be able to catch all of it. I hope that players can arrange it so that the games are played consecutively, so for instance all on the same day and around the same time, so that we can maybe even do some streaming. If not, I'll record what I can and then upload later, like I have been doing with the quarterfinals. But yeah, should be interesting. At least the final, I think, we'll manage to catch live. So let's conclude here. Thanks for joining me for all of these quarterfinal games, and see you hopefully in the semifinals and the final as well.